The heroin epidemic is not just a problem in Kentucky's largest cities. Smaller towns and counties are also starting to feel the devastating effects. Just yesterday, Rowan County leaders say they saw a surge of drug overdoses there, so they took an extra step to warn as many people in the county as possible about heroin. Caitlin Sentner has the story.
I think they had like 14 overdoses next door in Mount Sterling.
It's been a trend. For Sheriff Matt Sparks, a recent rash of overdoses in Montgomery County was the cue it hit Rowan next.
It's a scary sight, knowing that's coming, knowing there's not much you can do.
And sure enough, like a ton of bricks, close to 10 overdoses in a day's time.
Now, that don't sound like a lot when you compare it to what's going on in Cincinnati. That was overwhelming for them. This is overwhelming for us.
Moorhead Rowan EMS now just trying to keep up with the calls.
In some cases, in the same households, same neighborhoods.
And the sheriff's office trying to figure out its next move.
Heroin's always deadly. Now that they're mixing it and they're cutting it with the fentanyl, the carfentanil.
They resorted to warning folks about drugs they're typically arresting them for.
And that's different for us, For most of the time you think of law enforcement, we're simply responding and working criminal acts. We're trying to keep people alive the best we know how.
And this time it came to using a system that's essentially reverse 911.
We have an emergency alert called Code Red Alert in our county. We called every phone in the county yesterday, warning people if you've got loved ones, friends that you know are using, please try to convince them not to use.
But the scariest part, the sheriff says,
their desire to get high is stronger than their desire to live or their fear of death. And that's a scary fact.
In Rowan County, Caitlin Sentner,
WYMT Mountain News.
The Rowan County Sheriff's Office is working to make sure deputies are able to carry Narcan, the drug used to reverse the effects of an overdose.